Yeah. All right.
All right, talk to me about doing a little more on the line of scrimmage, adding some weight since the spring. Just how you feeling 3 days in, first day in the shells?
To be honest, I feel pretty good. I definitely added a little bit of weight, but with that, I got a lot stronger. So I went up around 12 pounds, and I only gained like 0.25% body fat. So I'm feeling really good, moving well. Yeah, just excited.
What did you weigh when you got here?
When I got here, I was around 250, and now I'm right around 265.
So where you want to stay?
Yeah, I'm right within 5 pounds of this, but yeah, that's where I'm most comfortable and I feel I'll be most effective.
Kelly, you talked about leadership before. How going through the summer now? How did that play out? Now that camp is starting, you taking a bigger role, still being fairly young.
No, we're most definitely. I'm trying to take a bigger role just in leading this team and just being a voice and representing with my actions more so than just being vocal. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to lead by example and just show everybody that this is what we're going to do and this is the program that we're going to be.
Lante Taylor talked about how it was a dream of his to go to SEC Media Days and represent Tennessee. With you expanding your leadership, is that a kind of platform you'd like to be on to represent Tennessee maybe next year?
100%. I would love it if Coach Heupel deems it to be fit. I would love to go down there and represent our university.
Who are some guys that you think have made the most progress from when you saw them late spring?
I mean, you can ask anybody on the team. Byron Young has been the most effective person that he's taken the biggest jump that I may have ever seen. It's very impressive, and I'm excited to play across from him on the edge.
Since the spring practice, he's changed that much since
Byron,
spring?
yeah, you guys will see, but he's very, very impressive to watch just as a specimen. And he's piecing everything together, and I'm really excited for the season he's going to have.
How inspiring is his story? Kind of from where he came from, being a walk-on, seeing a pamphlet at JUCO, and
Right.
trying out for a team. How, especially for guys like you who are big-time prospects who went through that experience, how inspiring is it to see a guy like that get to a place like this?
I mean, it just tells you that if you put in the hard work, that anything's possible. Of course, it's inspiring, but Byron, if you stay around him long enough, you'll know that he's one of the more focused individuals, and he's determined, and he's going to do whatever it takes to get where he needs to go.
Could you talk about this scheme versus the previous schemes? If this was more complicated, less complicated, how do you view it?
I mean, it's still X's and O's, and I mean, it's got a level of difficulty to it. But Coach Banks definitely allows us to play a lot faster, and he gives us less thinking to do. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because he puts us in a lot of good situations in terms of where the Leos will be at, allows us to move around and just puts us in different one-on-one situations.
If there's less thinking, does that mean it's more simple?
That does not mean it. Just his terminology is just easier for us to understand, but it's still a very complex scheme.
It's very multiple as well.
Yes.
What's it like going against Dane Davis?
Can you repeat again?
What's it like going against Dane Davis?
Oh, Dane is another guy that's improved a ton. If you look from last year to this year, he's put in the hard work, and I mean, he's definitely given us good competition in one-on-ones.
When he was on the scout team, I assume, did you get matched up with him and think that that's going to be a guy that helps us in the field one day?
I mean, I definitely wasn't. I didn't think anything of it at that point. But as you look, he's taken big steps in a very small period of time. So you definitely look at him now, and he's definitely going to contribute to us at some point this season.
How much do you enjoy the freedom of that Leo position? I know that that freedom comes with responsibilities, obviously, but how much do you enjoy the fact that you get to move around a lot, more so than a lot of big guys do?
I mean, I love it. Just Coach Banks giving us the ability to have personality and just to put ourselves in a bunch of different situations just to show that we can do it. Whether that's dropping in coverage, covering people down the field, rushing off the edge inside. He just puts us in a different situations just to show versatility through the Leo position.
Do you sense maybe a different sort of, I don't want to say vibe, but a different inspiration or a different level of determination for this team after what happened last year? Do you sense that you all were just happy to get back out there and play again?
Oh, no, you're correct when you said a different vibe. It's a totally different atmosphere in this building. And I tell everybody, coming in from our season last year to this year, you almost can't even call it the same program. It's a totally different mindset. People are taking more advantage of everything, and just it's going to be really positive.
What's different about it?
The biggest thing for me is the mindset of the team and the mindset of the building. Everybody is looking for how they can improve more so than just getting through. Everybody's determined. Guys, like all the new guys are buying into the program. Coach Heupel is leading us in the right direction. We're just happy to follow him.
You mentioned the improvement of Byron Young, and I wonder from your perspective, how important is it for this defense to take a big step
and you helping in that step?
Oh, it's huge. People always say defense wins championships, so it's going to be very important for me to take a big step and improve my production, while also having other people on the defensive line, or whether that's on the second level or the third, that are also being productive.
How much, if any, have you added to the sort of repertoire of pass rushing things that you've got? Because usually, as guys get older, they learn more and more of those things. How much different are you maybe now in that area from last year?
Oh, I would say it's night and day. For me, I like to focus on a few different things. I don't want to put too much on my plate, but I'm definitely trying to perfect the things that I am doing.
What's it like to be coached by Ekeler and Garner kind of at the same time?
I think it's the best combo in the country. Coach G comes in and he's very, very, very knowledgeable. Arguably the best coach in the country. Coach Ekeler also is very prestige in what he's been doing, and I think they just pair together well.
When he throws out the acronyms, real live dude, says fart in a skillet,
Yeah.
stuff like that, like he did to us. I mean, do you guys ever get tickled? How do you keep a straight face in some of these meetings?
I think it helps without having our mask on, but I mean, shoot, it's hard sometimes. He's a funny guy.
Have you watched the Days of Thunder video yet that he talks about?
I did. I did. Coach Ekeler, he comes with a bunch of different jokes. So,
What's his best one-liner? Is there one where you're like, I can't believe he said that?
I can't disclose that. I can't even tell you guys that. What do you say?
Do you know what fart in a skillet means? We're trying to figure that one out.
I can't even talk about that. I'm gonna just let that one go.
From your perspective, how many pass rushing moves do you have? How many do you feel like you need to have to be an effective pass rusher?
I feel like a great pass rusher, he doesn't work on 10,000 things once, but one thing 10,000 times. So I try to perfect a few things and have a small repertoire, just so that I can make sure that I'm doing them all correctly and tuning the fine details. Yes, sir.
Thanks, dude.
I appreciate it.
Yep.